Hi, my name's Bill. I live in the United States, Denver, Colorado, and I just wanted to sort of take some time to make a little introduction video, um, and sort of introduce myself and kind of what I'm about as far as language learning and that kind of thing. Um, I was raised in Louisiana, so I have a strong, in addition to being an English native speaker, I have a very strong background in Creole French. Took 12 years of French up through high school. Um, my formal French is not very good, but I intend to work on that fairly shortly. Um, about 2 years ago, I decided to teach myself German, and for no particular reason, just wanted a challenge, wanted to learn a language, and so I set myself a 1 year goal of conversational fluency to be tested at a German language meetup group, and you can see my progress. You could read everything on mygermanquest.blogspot.com, and that's kind of a detailed, more detailed way of how I went about learning and some of the things that I learned from that. I consider that I feel like I learned quite a bit about the process through that. About a month ago, I decided to learn Spanish. I'm going to teach myself Spanish to my goal is January 1st, so now it's about 2 months away. I already had some background in Spanish. I used to be a restaurant manager for 10 years, worked with a lot of Hispanic back in front of the house employees, so I got a lot of exposure to Spanish. I know a lot of restaurant Spanish and very colloquial type things. My emphasis right now is going to be on learning to be conversational, to be able to carry on my part of a conversation, to hold down my part when speaking in Spanish. I don't need to read literary stuff. I don't really need to know complicated things. I don't need to know, I don't need to debate philosophy or politics or anything. So I don't talk about that in English. So, and I have future goal languages of Russian, of Indonesian. I did concentrate for a few months on Cantonese. Made some very nice progress in Cantonese. I can still very lightly handle some small talk in Cantonese and can kind of make my way around with it, but far from fluent at this point. So I would like to at some point get back to Cantonese. I really did enjoy that. But like I said, Indonesian, Russian, obviously increase my French aptitude. Might try and tackle Japanese. Also Czech or Polish are very big on my wish list. So obviously I'm not the youngest guy in the world, so I don't have time to learn everything that I want to, but I think that I hope I get to at least dabble in as many as I can. I will probably speak more on my particular methods in future videos. I'll kind of get out of the way some of my favorite things. Some of the best, to me, the best way to introduce yourself to a language from scratch, I found to be Pimsleur. And if there's a Michelle Thomas course available, both I think are great. Yes, anybody who's done Pimsleur will tell you it's it's dead boring, and it's pretty much the same for each language. But it really helps in the beginning to really fine tune that accent, and I do get a lot of compliments, or at least I got a lot of compliments early on in learning German on my accent being substantially better than a lot of American beginners. So that and I've been working on it with some with Spanish, but it's a little below my Spanish level. The Michelle Thomas stuff is great because he kind of goes through, or if it's one of the languages done after he died, she, I think it's a woman, goes through and is very conversational with things, sort of pieces things together, kind of walks you through the ins and outs of the grammar, the basic grammar. You don't get a whole lot of vocabulary with Pimsleur or Michelle Thomas, but you get a better understanding of the grammar with Michelle Thomas and a better accent with Pimsleur. So if you're just starting out a language, that's something I tend to recommend. There's a lot of people who really don't care much for Pimsleur or Michelle Thomas, but I'm not one of them. So I am a believer in Asimil. It's a French company. They have a lot of languages. And I did that with German. Also have it for Spanish. And I'll talk more about that later. As far as the big courses go, I'm kind of taking a look at my bookshelf over here. Teach Yourself, I do have Teach Yourself for both German and Spanish. It's okay, the quality really varies. I also have Teach Yourself for Japanese, Arabic, French, a couple other Cantonese. The Teach Yourself Cantonese actually was really good. It was better, I found, than the Spanish or the German. I have the Advanced, was it Improve Your German by Teach Yourself, and I've really had a lot of success with that. I really enjoyed that quite a bit. Otherwise, like I said, I'll go into this in another video, but I really, after the Pimsleur and the Michelle Thomas, I have a tendency to read a lot. I've read Harry Potter in German, French, Spanish, and English. I think that's a great starter book. So it's one that I use quite a bit. Well, obviously I've used it in all my languages. So I recommend that one. Also, the Practice Makes Perfect workbooks are usually pretty good. Those are really only available in kind of the big languages, German, French, Spanish, Italian, that kind of thing. And it really depends on the language. I mean, there's so many different things. I usually try and get fairly early on one of those, like, steal this French book, or, Dirty German or something like that. Not so much so that I can say a lot of the things in there, but I find that a lot of the sentences are very casual, and it's kind of a casual register that I aim for. Every language that I learn to speak. I concentrate on speaking from the beginning. I use reading and writing as a way to prepare for speaking, but I'm kind of a proponent of speak from day one, to coin a phrase by Benny Lewis. I try and speak, I try and use what I have and really get it ingrained. Because I find that when I come home from German group, say for instance, things stick better for me. So when I've had a chance to use them all night. But all right, well that's my introduction. I'll have more videos soon. German video, Spanish video. I might make a French video, maybe even a Cantonese video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Tschüss.